Tuh, YouTube Studio. Mana YouTube Studio gua? Salah salah salah. Mana ini upload kan. Upstream YouTube Studio. Ya, selamat pagi semuanya. Ya, pagi ini semoga apa ya? Gue mau ngomong bingung mau ngomong apa. Ya, semoga pagi ini berjalan dengan lancar tanpa ada halangan sedikit pun buat kalian ya. Ya, pagi ini gue nggak tahu mau ngelakuin apa, jadinya random aja. Never pandang back to the context. Bentar. Nih, benerin live chatnya dulu gue. Oke. Ctrl A, Ctrl V. Oke, udah masuk. Kan game apa ya? Gua live tapi gua bingung mau ngapain gitu. Aduh, jaringannya. Sabar dan tunggu. Itu jawaban yang kita terima. Di sini kita bukan tontonan. Robohkan setan yang berdiri mengangkang. Oh ya, bongkar. Oh ya, bongkar. Makasih Pak ya. Penindasan serta kesenang-wenangan. Tapi jujur masih belum hafal aku liriknya itu. Banyak lagi yang penindasan serta kesenang-wenangan. Buffering lagi nih masih. Jaringannya down lagi. Ya, Ibari, selamat pagi. Pagi sudah mampir. Gua bingung mau main game apa, jadi random aja dulu. Ya sih, Honkai belum gua mainin. Tapi nanti dulu aja lah Honkai dailynya akun gua. Lagian battle pass gua sudah mantap itu, jadi gua buat santai aja dulu. Free XP gua sudah 73.000. Ini apa? Oh, transaksi. Gua ada koin 1000-an. 1000-an bisa beli apa gua nggak tahu. armory. Bentar, kita lihat apa yang dijual. Ada kapal selam tier berapa ini? Tier 23, tier 8, harganya 20 gold. Udah kan, gold gua cuman 1000. Iwami tier 9, kapalnya Jepang. Black. Ini apa? Nggak tahu, nggak jelas. Hmm, 10 juta ya. Tahu itu fungsinya apa? Tapi harganya 10 juta mahal banget. Ah. Orang tua, pandanglah kami sebagai manusia. Banyak lagi. Oh ya, oh ya, oh ya, bongkar. Oh ya, oh ya, oh ya, bongkar. Penindasan serta kesewenang-wenangan. Dapat gratis kapal gua. Kapal ini cruiser dia punya apa aja? Torpedo, ada torpedo, cannon. Ini bendera mana ini guys? Biru kuning. Oh ini pan sampai sini. Pan Amerika, kapalnya cruiser. Tembaknya Jerman ya ini ya. Enggak build Jerman gua soalnya. Enggak buat Jerman itu lengkap, harusnya ada ini juga, nggak salah, apa namanya, aircraft ada. Aircraftnya cuma mentok di tier 10 ya. Iya. Kapal selam. Wah, ini belum tahu pakai kapal selam, jadi enggak dulu deh. UK ada kapal selam. Bentar, UK nggak punya kapal induk. Oh ternyata gitu. UK nggak ada. Oh ada. Tier 10 malah ada tier bintangnya juga sudah. Mahal banget. France itu cuman ada cruiser sama ada ini battleship juga ternyata. battleshipnya kayaknya kurang cocok deh gua. Strike nya kecil. Ini gua ngeliatin kapal nggak boleh mulai ini main. Italiano, nggak ada kapal induk, adanya battleship sama cruiser ada ini destroyer juga, tapi nggak ada kapal selam. Pan Asia itu golongan semua Asia. Juga aja ini juga kapal Indonesia ya ini. Apa? Gajah Mada ya. Ini Indonesia ya ini. Eropa ya. Destroyer. Belanda ya ini, Belanda ini ya. Apa namanya? Cruiser semua. Mending gini aja ya, aku main cruiser ya. Soalnya ada buffnya dia. Lagian itu dapat gratisan gua. Orang tua, pandanglah kami sebagai manusia. Denting piano, gala jemari menari, nada merambat belan di kesunyian malam saat datang rintik hujan bersama sebuah bayang yang pernah terlupakan. Hati kecil berbisik untuk kembali padanya, seribu sesal menggoda, seribu sesal di depan mata, seperti menjelma waktu aku tertawa dalam memberimu dosa. Nyatanya apa ya? Torpedo sama AP itu kinetik. Nggak ada peluru ini, apa peluru buat bakar-bakar. Air defense-nya lumayan. Berarti ini hitungannya kapal ini tipe main jarak dekat. Aduh, tipe jarak dekat agak nggak biasa gue main tipe jarak dekat ini. OBS aman. Oke, lanjut. Musuh di sana yang udah kelihatan deh. Destroyer. Jauh banget. Ya di sini ada kapal induknya ya. Di sana. Fokus. Tapi tembakan ini apa namanya, tembakan AA gua nggak nyampe, kayak craft defense gua nggak nyampe. Selamat datang Bang Jose, selamat pagi. Gua main battle apa namanya, main kapal-kapalan dulu, kapal-kapalan World Warship WoW. Gak nyampe. Itu ada yang di depan kelihatan. Tapi nggak nyampe tembakan gua. Duel online, yep, online ini. Aku butuh tumbal proyek buat di depan gua, ngetangi gua. Ini nggak maju-maju ini, ayo maju. Dari arah sana ya, tapi nggak bisa gua tembak, cuma. Pelurunya ini ngalir terus kayak air musuhnya. Gua belum kedeteksi. Udah kedetek. Udah, kalau gua kedetek mending gua nembak aja sekalian. Dari sekian banyak tembakan cuma satu dong yang kena. Musuh tumbang 2, kita masih full. Di depan gua. Alihkan moncongnya. Ganti target. Torpedoku ternyata lambat dong. Pertama kali gua masih pakai kapal yang ini. Bukan kapal torpedo ya itu ya musuhnya. Harusnya ada dong yang kena dong. Ayolah. Saya ada sekian banyak. Kak Citadel. Hancur lu. Kan gue digigit semut. Nice kill. Agak ngelag. Nice. Triple kill. Gua hampir nabrak. Nice, itu bisa gua hindarin. Kemana lagi? Sebelah kiri gua. Ini nggak nyadar dong gua. Torpedo belum ada. Aduh, agak ngelek. Jaringan ngelek. Boom.
我軍の勝利は目前です。敵戦艦を撃沈。
Mati duluan. Bisa ini aircraft kapal induk. Sana jauh. Tapi menang poin sudah sih. Ini gua kalau capture daerah sudah menang. Hemat banget. Nunggunya agak lama ini. Honkai Impact bang. Bentar dulu ibadi. Sekali-sekali gitu main game yang lain gua. Udah mati. Udah menang. Ini peringkat kedua gua. Lumayan sih peringkat 2. Pertama kali gua pakai kapal itu masian. Main di pojokan gak apa-apa lah, ketimbang di tengah ini agak susah gua. Gaskan aja lah. Tengah apa namanya, kanan. Gua main flanker, jadi flanker aja gua. Musuh masih belum terlihat. Agak ngeflank kiri dikit lah. supaya gampang gue nanti di covernya. Teman-teman gue itu kenapa sih? Kok tabrakan dah itu? Malah bersinggungan sama teman sendiri. Gue detected dong. Ngindar. Damage-ku lumayan itu kenanya itu. Ntar musuhnya nggak kelihatan. Udah random gua nembaknya. Tunggu teman gua maju aja dah. Torpedonya agak gue hemat-hemat. Soalnya ini reloadnya agak lambat torpedonya gue. Hancur, nice. Ntar gue mau dekatin itu musuh agak mikir-mikir. Tuh ada 2 orang di situ, ada 2 kapal. Gue ngincar sininya aja udah paling destroyernya langsung ke belakang gue. Nabrak pinggiran gue. Teman gue masih hidup kan? Oh masih hidup. Cuman agak nggak guna aja. Nice kill. Bidikannya itu ngarah ke aku dong ternyata. Aduh. Karena gue udah di end gue. Kena nggak torpedo? Torpedoku lewat. Balik ke lobby. Ganti kapal. Kena kartu. Sekai no naka hoshi no hikari kiete yuku no ori no hiyasasu ni odaki shiu suki ga chimai hime no uta Hawaii merah. Mana ini? Langsung aja lurus ya. Genshin gak dimainin lagi ya, belum sempat main Genshin. Gak tahu habis ini mending main Genshin apa Honkai ya. Ya sudahlah, gua ini coba buka Genshin lagi. Gua udah update, cuman belum sempat main. Gua pakai battleship itu jalannya lambat banget, memang tebel, cuman ini pasti ketinggalan gitu kalau perang. Paling lemot gitu. Nggak nyampe, tembakan gue nggak nyampe kalau di situ. Agak maksa sih kalau nembak dari sini. Tabrakan itu ya tadi kapalnya destroyer. Tabrakan juga satu lagi. Jiwa-jiwa kamikazenya mereka ini kayaknya lagi meluap-luap dah. Saling bertabrakan satu dengan yang lain. Ayo, tabrakan. Namanya juga sama pula. Itu. Nama kapalnya sama. Wish, gila damage-nya. Satu peluru itu tadi. Apa sih dari belakang gua, teman gua nembakin gua, gak jelas. Ada satu lagi sebelah kiri tuh. Tapi rata-rata musuhnya gede ya. Tapi nggak apa-apa lah, gua gini ke B aja dulu. Misalnya tembakan gua nyampe aja, mending, tapi juga ngincar yang dekat sih. Itu 2 lawan 2 kan di sana kan? 2 lawan 2 sampai aja kalah itu, parah sih teman gua. Gua mau nembak gimana, ada teman gua di situ. Nice kill. Aduh, 3 lawan 4. skill.
敵巡洋艦撃進
Enak ini kritikalnya, gampang kritikal. Berapa kali kritikal itu? Ini 5 kali kritikal dong.
撃進しました
Ngeri. Zamannya gitu. Tapi akurasinya buruk banget sih. Kayaknya butuh di upgrade deh ini. Equipment. Oke, nggak bisa di-upgrade. Perbaikan, amunisi. Manuver. Nggak ada. Kecepatan, defense. Udah dulu aja deh. Lanjut agak siangan aja kalau udah selesai kegiatan gue main ini lagi, main kapal-kapalan. Genshin ya? Oke, Genshin. Bannernya siapa aja hari ini ya? Nggak mau buka. Masih loading ya kayaknya. Oh ya, masih loading. Loadingnya agak lama soalnya gua taruh di ini harddisk, bukan di SSD. Genshin Impact. Peringatan, baca sebelum bermain. Main dulu baru dibaca. Loadingnya sangat lama. Yeah, we'll see the way. Someday, I'll share. Udah mulai ya? Gua nggak tahu gua di mana. BP gua nggak tahu mainin. Jadi nggak jalan BP-nya. Senhei. Ah, Senhei siapa Senhei? Baca apa guys, bagusnya guys. Gue rencananya ini gue simpan buat Naida, kalau ada mungkin lagi Naida, ayolah. Kapan Naida anu ya, Riran ya? Ada kabarnya nggak? Ah, ini pakai ini ya, Ole ya katanya Bang Adi kemarin. Gue inget ngomongnya pakai Ole. Ganti karakter. Harus boleh nggak sih? Apa boleh pakai yang lain? Yang lain, lagi. Mana namanya pemanah yang lain?
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale, reporting.
Boleh, gue ini masih level 3.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Mana lagi ini ya? Ini. Apa sudah kelar?
Don't waste my time.
Always my turn. Bunuh ini dulu aja deh. Balik lagi anunya. Anunya nggak tahu gue namanya apa, jadi anunya aja. Pakai zombie. Biarin. Takut mati gue. Ini nggak bisa. Gimana guys? Apa ini?
Just like we rehearsed.
One with nature.
It's nothing. Submit.
Submit.
Now, destroy the tumor of the withering.
Udah. Ini. Oh, Naruto.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now.
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But for instance, this presents a and to most...
Huh?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul is a true... I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul. Ley lines the Dendro Archon... And as for the withering, its emergence is That's right. My ancestors learned of this from... I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the All right, that's enough.
Ada teleport di atas. Mending buat teleport dulu nggak sih? Kasih gua. Iya, oke.
Into the wind. Time to go.
Time to go. Bentar, saya pengen. Bahasa Jepangnya sudah gua download nggak sih? Bahasa. Bukan ini. Kurang 4 giga lagi, nanti aja lah. Komunitas apa ini? I won't sacrifice what I surrendered of mine. Cause it up with some sirah. Stone is lost. I be a flame. For the ada tukang begal tuh. Ada tukang begal, kita begal duluan aja.
Solidify. Suffocate. Suffocate. Fry.
Hilang.
Don't waste my time.
Don't waste my strength.
The wrong test subject.
Jaringannya merah. Ini disuruh ngapain, guys? Apa? Gelap. Jatuh. Nggak sengaja kepencet. Ke sini ya, bawah. Oh, itu kelihatan sudah. Ya, gitulah. Sekalian farming. Nggak tahu gua, pokoknya ngumpulin aja,
The
barangkali
withering
nanti
zone
butuh gitu.
report has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that?
Oh, you sacrifice.
Oh no, Hypatia!
My mind.
What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say?
Jaringannya
What's with that weird
merah.
expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not but wait,
Back when we were and if I may ask, when I was telling you to... That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that duty Now, after seeing you in action with my own eye, when you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Ermin. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better. That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special... Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. No.
Hypatia
Bawah.
should still be in the cave.
Sebelah mana?
Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Ini.
Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here.
Anybody home?
Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Yo, selamat datang Nahida. Hai bang, hai juga. Main GI, yoi main GI. Udah sampai mana? Gak tahu. Sudah sampai mana ini? Baru main lagi gua.
There you are. Hypatia, are you alright?
So
Gacha enggak?
hungry.
Enggak tahu. Kata mau gacha apa enggak ya? Gua ini nunggu Nahida.
Here's the
Sekiran
get her to eat in her current
Kak Ritan.
condition.
Kalau nggak Ritan ya sudah nggak gacha.
Let's try finding some water first.
I want to sacrifice what I surrounded on mine. Kisah usang tikus-tikus kantor yang suka berenang di sungai yang kotor. Kisah usang tikus-tikus berdasi yang suka ingkar janji lalu sembuh di balik meja teman sekerja.
Investigate the area.
Di dalam lemari dari baja, kucing datang cepat ganti muka. Ini pindah dimensi ya. Segera menjelma bagai tak tercela. Masa bodoh hilang harga diri, asal tak terbukti. Tentu sikat lagi.
Paimon knew there's something off about that.
Tikus-tikus tak kenal kenyang. Rapus bukan keopalang. Otak tikus memang bukan otak udang. Kucing datang, tikus menghilang. Memang sial, sang tikus teramat pintar. Atau mungkin si kucing yang ditatar. Oh itu grappling punya apa? Oh T mana ini? Set gak tahu gua di mana, pokoknya ya itulah.
What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Mana tas ini? Kasih aja.
Follow the wind.
Follow the winds. Terus sana. Oke. Gue ikutin petunjuknya aja guys. Aku nggak paham mainnya gimana. Lama banget nggak main ini. Ini kan pokoknya ada musuh tuh, boleh ada musuh pokoknya boleh tangin gitu.
Stabilize.
Stabilize. This is order. Geforce.
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
One plus nature.
Solidify.
Solidified.
Into the wind.
Don't waste my time.
Gak bisa turun ya? Ah, nggak bisa. Gini ya. Anu ya. Apa namanya? Pokoknya baru. Gue nggak baru lihat ada yang kayak ginian. Ada ini kristal-kristalannya. Oh. Wah, ngelawan apa ini? Aduh. Mana? Sana, oke. Di atas ya? Lewat mana, guys? Pala. Bling toh. Nggak perhatiin gua tadi. Bling 1 2 atas 1. Oh ini
Time to go.
kemana lagi kita? Pintu kehidupan, mencari ilmu pengetahuan. Apa tadi? Selidiki halaman jauh di bawah
This place is getting
koridor.
weird by the minute.
Koridor. Mana koridor
You don't
utama
look
ini?
so good.
Oh, gini intinya kita kan harus nyesuaiin ini ya. Pas. Mana itu? Oke. Lanjut. Happy Shackland. Happy Shackland.
Miss Harold, what are you planning to do in this strange place?
Lanjut. Gelut lagi nggak ini?
You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you. Bow before the abyss. Stabilize. I will have order.
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Give up. Submit. It's nothing. Write this on the side.
Gather his future. The end.
Chin. One with nature.
Like
Give up. Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. We've faced others like him before. What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before. Your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your brother. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? His Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in his eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
Waktunya ganti ya sekarang ya. Tampilan loading. Di mana ini?
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
Ah, so sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure... Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainar...
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. It wasn't until
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. I was convinced they'd never show. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as. Yes, no doubt.
Well, ifs. Alright, we're...
Belakang. Mana? Itu ada tandanya.
All done! Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing! And the box is a nice touch too! Let's go serve this up!
Tuh. Mas gua jatuh. Mana? Oh, itu. Balik lagi. Ada yang nyala-nyala. Kalau ada yang nyala-nyala pasti penasaran ada berapa sini. Padi ya. Oh, dapur bisa diambil nggak? Nggak bisa.
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
Aduh. Bismillah. Serahkan.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spend their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was she sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload. Hence, taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn ale would cause adverse effect. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies. Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa. So knowledge from Irminsul could be super dangerous. Don't you ever feel afraid of the risk, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I
CPU
believe
pakai
that being able to
sekitar
see
ini
them is a sort of
80%
blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recalled the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the thing?
Sorry. If you two are ever in the area, there's no need to be...
Now that we know Hypatia is alright,
Time to go.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person. but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Immorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! But
Kita
wait.
pamitan dulu sama Chloe.
Right.
Chloe.
There's something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Chloe.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go.
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
Time to go.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey. Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend, not some girl that needs your sympathy. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another. There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you. Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave, I have something for you. Oh? What is it? It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh. Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like. I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
Ya pasti.
Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
Saat Primo. Nyelesainin dulu aja gua. Jalan pulang apa jangan pulang tadi? Oh, ini yang main-mainan kartu itu yang biasanya orang mainin ya. Udah, kalau nggak main kayak gituan.
Unleash.
Mainnya gimana sih ini?
Don't get frostbite. Manifest. Cryo incarnate.
Gak paham mainnya. Main tusuk. Tapi nge-lag. Agak ini nge-lag jaringannya. Naga nge-lag banget.
Let's spark things up a little.
This moment will be frozen in time. Do your master's bidding. Brightens the heart.
Enaknya ngapain nih? Resin penuh ini enaknya ngapain, guys? Biasanya dihabisin buat apa kayak gini nih? Ini ya. Ini apa? Oh, ini anu ya, dendro ya. Dendro besok elemental mastery, elemental mastery. Nggak tahu panjangan. Nanti aja gua baca itu. Ininya buat apa? Oh, solo aja deh. Aduh.
You are not stabilized. The wind knows me.
Time to go.
It's nothing. Your life is mine. Give up.
Into the wind. Solidify. This is order.
As one with wind and cloud.
I'm getting sick of this.
Kurang damage, guys.
It's nothing.
One with nature.
Defend HP. Defend. Nice, defend semua. Lanjut tantangan lagi. Oh, damage.
I will have order. The wind knows me. Send us
Don't
now.
waste my
Now you're testing my patience.
Adorn my night.
Let's end this now. Gather.
One with nature.
We'll meet again.
It's nothing. Your life is mine.
Damage-nya nggak masuk. HP great rate attack. Masih bodoh lah, nggak ngurus. Gasken, lanjut lagi.
You are not welcome here.
Stabilize. This is order. The wind knows me.
Don't waste my time.
I'm getting sick of this game.
Gather. Now you're testing my patience.
Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
Give up.
Biasa main Honkai, main Genshin gini geraknya rasanya lambat banget guys. Aduh, rasanya geraknya lambat banget gitu.
Again.
You are not
One with nature.
Order guide you.
Practice on none.
Submit. It's nothing.
Is that all you've got? Now you're testing my patience. Solidify.
I'm getting sick of this game.
Don't waste my time.
Gather.
As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Will.
It's nothing.
Again.
Lumayan. Aduh. Katanya apa ini guys? Panah. Terus bro. Tombak. Tombak. Belum dapat. Banyak sih. Yang empatnya belum gua dapat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Menghubungkan ke server. Oh, nge-lag. OBS masih jalan kan? OBS aman. Oh, bensinnya bermasalah. Gagal terhubung batas waktu. Oke. Oke, berarti kayaknya jangan dulu deh. Jangan dulu live-nya. Lanjut lagi nanti. Selamat pagi. Selamat melanjutkan aktivitas. Thank you yang sudah mampir.